What I loved most about Futures was that I got to meet new people. I got to develop some of my skills, and the coordinators were very supportive. So it was always good fun to get to go.
One thing I loved most about Futures is that we were all treated as equals. It never felt like school or anything like that. It was made known from the start that we were all on level ground, and that's how it stayed throughout the course.
At the beginning of the course, we were a group of strangers sitting in a circle, and by the end we were friends. Friends who were accepted of each other's opinions, and people who felt like they belonged.
So when I went to the Futures programme, in the middle of the lockdown, I found almost like a better family of just supportive people who we could laugh with.
The most things I had loved about Futures was all the activities we did every single day. Was really special, was really funny, on a cool way. There's no time to get boring on it.
I definitely improved my social skills because I got to interact with a lot of people that I probably wouldn't have met if I didn't do the programme.
Skills I had really loved was my group work. Before it, I didn't like to work with anyone. I really loved to do all my things alone. But when I had started in Futures, I really realized that it wasn't my fault. It's just like you need to meet the right persons to do your work with.
Skills I learned during my time at Futures was being able to do new activities like bodyboarding and co-steering, which helped build up my confidence.
Communication skills, I couldn't really talk about much with other people, but now I feel like I can, because we've done debates and discussions about serious topics, and now I just feel like I'm better at it now.
A new skill that I came away from Futures with was improving my team working abilities. Working with other people used to make me quite anxious, but I was lucky to have like-minded and level-headed classmates and facilitators alike, so over time engaging with and interacting with others became so much easier.
During the pandemic, I really felt very socially isolated, and I didn't really get out there much to socialise with people around my age. Because I was just locked in my house, and this did end up making me feel really down. I just didn't feel like me anymore. With Futures, I got to meet so many people and get back out there and find that positivity in my life again.
Well, the group that I was in, there was a lot of people that English wasn't their first language, so that meant there was a bit of a language barrier, but that was good because I think it helped my problem solving skills, because we found ways of communicating, such as finding translating apps, and it was good because I got to make friends with people that didn't actually speak the same language as me.
One particular challenge that I had prior to going into Futures and when I started in Futures was my constant self-doubt. I convinced myself that anything I did wasn't good enough, but by the end of the course I was helped to realise that I'm a better person and much more hardworking than I'd ever given myself credit for.
In the future I had some challenge, was because my language, I didn't speak 100% English, but that was not a big deal because the teachers who was with me and my another friend who didn't speak English very well, they had just try 1 and 2 and 3 more few times just to get just to give us the idea of the informations they give us, and because they didn't get bored of it, they just try until we just get it.
I think that completing the Futures project has made me more aware of others and how we are all different. Everyone has a story to tell.
But it changed my attitude towards just everybody, because it wasn't just one area that we were focusing on, it was all of them. It made me realise that people from Bangor and Crossmaglen and everywhere over Northern Ireland, no matter where you are, everyone's just kind of the same, and we all just want to have a good time.
I wasn't really comfortable speaking on the phone or talking to organisations or anything like that, but for the community project that I had to, and I feel like through that I got better at it.
What's helped me is after being on online learning for around 2 years, it's helped me to socialise again, which makes me less worried for going back to school.
Future had added 2% to my life. They are my best friends. They are my brothers right now. I had met them 6 months ago. Now we act like we had been together more than 6 years.
Now I am in 6th year in SRC, Southern Regional College, doing Health and Social Care Level 3 to become a youth worker and a social worker or a teacher or whatever, because I really found the love within the programme that I thought I really fitted with.
At least they had given me some proof about what I had did in future programs, and that I realized that I can use it to my CV when I want to get a work.
Before I started with Futures, I honestly had no idea what I wanted my own future to look like. I didn't know what career path I wanted to aim for. Now that I do know, I owe so much of that to Futures. I'm currently working towards continuing to study business in the hopes of starting my own business someday.
I felt like I got more confident with stuff outside of Futures, like my wrestling, and even recently I starred in a show for BBC that's about to air in spring this year. The coordinators actually did help me apply for jobs and get, prepared for jobs. They also helped me, come up with what course I wanted to do afterwards. So the coordinators actually helped me find out that I wanted to do travel and tourism, and they helped me apply to do the travel and tourism course, which is what I'm on right now. I'll be completing it in June.